Ethnic studies is not about teaching white guilt. It's about teaching critical thinking. That's why it's under attack. Let's also remember that San Francisco is the birthplace of ethnic studies. There's plenty of foundation for how this came to be, and now it's yet again under attack by a small set of folks who have in particular needs of what they'd prefer is taught or what they'd prefer isn't said. It's a version of censorship. It's a version of banning curriculum. One of the biggest issues that was up for debate, again, mostly anonymous, was whether or not white students felt bad learning about chattel slavery and the impacts of enslavement of an entire folks in the creation of race. And that was a point of conversation. That hasn't gone away, but most recently, as a result of what we're watching as a genocide in Gaza, one of the biggest points of contention that many of us hear is an argument now that exists around Zionism. Ethnic studies shouldn't be a controversial issue at all, but it is controversialized. Our curriculum is homogenized to communicate that one thing happened. It gives a broad wash to these things were all true for everyone. And what ethnic studies is a representation of the diversity of our history, not just on race and class or geographic location. It's an ask of critical thinking in ethnic studies classrooms to think through different perspectives, challenging beliefs. Ethnic studies allows for students, particularly students of different language and racial ethnic backgrounds, to see themselves or something similar about what they know of their family history in this space and how it matches up with potentially a worldwide struggle and the diversity of what we've gone through. The majority of students in San Francisco Unified School District, 15% of them identify as white or Caucasian, and the rest identify across many different backgrounds. And if what we're learning in classrooms is challenging to any number of students of any number of backgrounds, that is in fact part of the process. To move through challenging subjects, whether they're challenging to one's current beliefs or challenging to someone's feelings or challenging because it's really difficult to do trigonometry, there's not going to be a bubble wrap scenario here where no one ever gets hurt with confronting the terrible truths of the past to ensure that we don't repeat it in the future. But in reality, this doesn't look different than the same kind of curriculum and book bannings that we see in Florida, right? That we see in Texas. The defense of ethnic studies is actually defending public education as a whole. This is the defense of teaching truth.